ABC31 News tonight, I'm Scott Beadle. Avoyles deputies say they now have a trio of wanted men in custody and have made another arrest in connection with an attempted murder and kidnapping incident in the Hesmer area. That is our big story on this Tuesday night. The fourth person arrested is 35-year-old Anna Morris of Bunkie. The three men wanted for the reported crimes, Patrick Barbin, Sherwin Jacobs, and Jesse Jacobs, were captured by Cottonport police early today. The Morris is also charged with attempted murder and kidnapping. The group is accused of bludgeoning a man with a hammer, forcibly taking his companion, later releasing her unharmed. Grand deputies say they found drugs on a man after a routine traffic stop by the Pollock police. 36-year-old Charles Hodges of Alla was arrested for possession of crystal meth with intent, firearm offenses, and drug paraphernalia. A work crew in Baton Rouge made a grim discovery over the weekend. WBRZ's Chris Nakamoto has the story.
Pam Haley loves where she lives, a quiet area off Tiger Bend and Jones Creek, not far from Woodlawn Middle. But her peace was shattered by a flood of law enforcement over the weekend after work crews found a fetus in a sewer.
It's horrible. I think it's disturbing for people just to feed a baby away, you know, like that in the sewer. And I hope whoever it is, somebody will speak up.
Haley says she feels for the mother and the fetus that was flushed down the toilet.
You don't flush it. No, you don't.
Sources tell us work crews were performing some sewer work when they came across an obstruction on Saturday. It was over there by that work truck. They used some tools and pulled the obstruction out here at the sewer manhole cover. When they pulled it out, they realized it was a fetus, approximately 3 to 5 inches in length. The project manager tells WBRZ this is the first time his crews have encountered a fetus, and the only protocol they knew to follow was to call law enforcement.
This age is not unless...
From the scene to the East Baton Rouge Parish Coroner's Office, Shane Evans says Louisiana laws are clear when it comes to feticide, and nothing will happen to the mother as a result of the fetus ending up in the sewer.
And it's certainly in response to some Supreme Court decisions that we talked about, Roe v. Wade. If the law would allow us to prosecute, or allow the district attorney to make a prosecutorial decision, then abortions would be legal.
In fact, state law is very specific and only recognizes the fetus as viable after a certain weight and age.
Louisiana law also guides that at 20 weeks or 350 grams or more, at that point moving forward, then the health care facility where that stillborn was delivered has to do a stillborn death certificate. Prior to 20 weeks and less than 350 grams, the law does not recognize that fetus as a person.
Meanwhile, sources say the work crews who found it were deeply troubled by the discovery. As for Haley, she's disturbed as well and thinking about the workers too.
Not by nobody's house, because imagining having to find that fetus and cause trauma for people that care about things and do the right things.
We turn now to our forecast. Let's check in with meteorologist Ross Whitley.
Conditions out there today, not terrible. We were around our seasonable averages, both in the highs and low. We got up to 58 today and 35 last night. Should be around 59 and 39 for this time of year, so right near the seasonable average for the day. And it is very rare that you actually have a day that is average overall with the weather. It doesn't happen that often. However, this will be the case as we go through the next couple of days. We will have more rather average days, at least for our weather and for this time of year. That will be changing as we head into the end of the week and the weekend. And really, the biggest thing that's going to be changing is our year-to-date rain totals and our precipitation. We got some heavy rain on the way. Of course, we'll be talking about that and when the cooler air will return coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Ross. LSUA students gathered in the quad to celebrate racial healing. ABC31's Shar Thomas was there.
In a few, this quad behind me will be filled with students from all different backgrounds coming together for one purpose: and that's racial healing. LSUA hosts its first National Day of Racial Healing event that is recognized around the world.
We're wanting everyone to walk away with a sense of community. We're wanting everyone to walk away with an understanding that although we all have different walks of life, we're here to celebrate, to support, and to appreciate one another.
With racism being at an all-time high, keynote speaker Sybil Holtz delivered a speech of hope and reality. Sybil refers to racism as a wound that is never ending, but she will continue to celebrate National Days of Racial Healing until racism is totally healed.
What has caused this nation to be wounded? So much so that around this United States, all over, there's going to be National Days of Healing. And this will not be just a one-day event, because this cannot be corrected in a day. So I am promoting that this mission, this organization, whatever it is, we need to continue until the wound is totally healed.
Students came out in between classes to hear Sybil speak and celebrate their common humanity and take collective action to create a more just and equitable world. They joined hands for a moment of silence to show unity as a university and racial healing. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
Jason Quinlan of the Franklin Covey organization served as the guest speaker for today's Rotary Club meeting. He spoke about a program known as The Leader in Me, which focuses on school transformation. Pineville Elementary School will begin the process for the 2018 through 2019 school year.
It's based upon the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People from Dr. Stephen Covey, and we really try to use that content to really reach the staff. And we really start with a lot of trainings around the 7 habits with them, and then we get into creating culture, aligning academics, etc. And our goal is to empower the leader in all of our students and not just a select few. We've seen gains both in student achievement, student attendance, parent engagement, and even staff retention. So we've seen a lot of positive gains.
That program is now in 48 schools across 6 parishes. You can find out more at theleaderinme.org. Last night, Nashville-based singer-songwriter Matthew Smith performed some of his newest hymns from his album Quiet Hymn at Grace Presbyterian Church. This is Smith's second time performing in Central Louisiana. The Nashville-based singer writes his own new music to centuries-old hymn texts. He says he finds beauty exploring the tension between joy and sorrow.
What I do is I really take these old hymn lyrics that are so old and bring the best of the old with the best of the new. So it's modern music, it sounds really modern, but it's actually these beautiful old poetry of hymns. I hope tonight people will be encouraged by these songs that meet them where they are and whatever they're going through.
If you'd like to hear some of his music, you can visit his Facebook page. The Pentecostals of Alexandria are beginning their 34th annual Because of the Times convention.
This is a conference where we cast vision. We feel like that the Lord came to seek and to save that which is lost. So the theme always of our conference, there may be different themes, but bottom line is going to drift back to reaching people that don't know Jesus Christ. We're just excited about, we have 300 missionaries and wives here. Our global missionaries and our North American missionaries, and that's very exciting for us. This is a very impactful meeting as far as the Pentecostal movement is concerned, and we just feel so honored.
Tonight's service will be streamed live on Facebook and on the Pentecostals of Alexandria websites. Dr. Jack Bedell, the Poet Laureate for the state of Louisiana, conducted a poetry workshop this afternoon in downtown Alexandria. Bedell is the author of 9 books, a professor of English at Southeastern Louisiana, and served as the editor of Southeastern literary magazine Louisiana Literature since 1992. A poetry reading followed the workshop at the Alexandria Museum of Art. Both events were open to the public. The Free Zone along the Mardi Gras Cruise parade route is a family-oriented area that's alcohol and tobacco-free. It offers activities for family to enjoy while they wait on the parade to come their way.
Last year, we had a rock climbing wall that we're going to have again. That was a real hit. We have jumpers, slides, face painting, basketball, other kinds of yard games, so to speak. There'll be snow cones, hamburgers, drinks, a bake sale, free water and popcorn. And so it's just a really neat time for families to be together. And we invite everybody to come out and join us.
And you can learn more about the Free Zone and what's going on in Central Louisiana during the Mardi Gras season at the Alexandria Mardi Gras Association website.
Stay connected with KLAX ABC31. Visit us online anytime. Get today's top stories and trending topics. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. See our pics on Instagram. Watch us on YouTube. And make KLAXTV.com your home for local news and information. Plus, download the KLAX weather app for your smartphone or tablet. Get live current conditions, radar maps, alerts, and more. More ways to stay connected with KLAX TV.
When a case seems unsolvable, they see the incredible. Murder, motive, secrets. Bones Weekends.
Watch Bones weekends on KLAX ABC31.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there.
He did it.
And I know where the proof is.
It's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.